Hello, this is the final exam review for Unit 6 and 7 from Mr. McCavanagh. The first question is, what was the difference between the First Great Awakening and the Second Great Awakening? The First Great Awakening was about individual faith and took place during the British colonial time period. The Second Great Awakening was about using your faith inside of the United States during the 1800s to make laws for a better society. Number 2. What was Manifest Destiny? Manifest Destiny was the 1800s belief of westward expansion. It was a philosophy of westward expansion that destined the United States to spread their Christianity to future western states. Number 3. Why did Texas break away from Mexico? Texas broke away from Mexico because Mexico did not allow slavery, and many Texans who were also American citizens wanted to own slaves. Number 4. What was the cause of the Mexican-American War? The cause was that many Americans wanted to go to war with Mexico to expand for manifest destiny. They wanted to take land from Mexico. Why was, for number 5, the North suspicious of those motivations in the Mexican-American War? The North did not want to lose power to slave states. Number 6, who was president during the Mexican-American War? James Polk. Number 7, if passed by Congress, what would the Wilmot Proviso have done? Slavery would have been banned from any Mexican territory. Number 8, what was the outcome of the Mexican-American War? The outcome, with the United States winning, was the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Number 9, name 2 states gained by the United States from the Mexican-American War. California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and Utah. You need to name 2 of those for the exam. Number 10, what was one part of the Compromise of 1850? California was going to be a free state. The Fugitive Slave Act required that all slave property was still property even if it went north. And Utah and New Mexico were going to get to vote on popular sovereignty as to whether they would be slave or free. Number 11, what did the Kansas-Nebraska Act do? The Kansas-Nebraska Act repealed the Missouri Compromise by allowing popular sovereignty in Kansas and Nebraska, which were above the Missouri Compromise 3630 line. 12. What happened in the Brooks-Sumner incident? Preston Brooks beat Senator Charles Sumner with a cane over the issue of abolitionism. Number 13. Who was the author of Uncle Tom's Cabin? Harriet Beecher Stowe. Number 14. What was the Republican Party founded upon? Anti-slavery expansion. Number 15. What was the outcome of the Dred Scott v. Sanford decision by the U.S. Supreme Court? Dred Scott was determined to not be free, and all black slaves did not have any citizenship rights. What happened, for number 16, at Harper's Ferry, Virginia? The abolitionist John Brown tried to start a slave rebellion. Where was the first battle of the Civil War? It took place at Fort Sumter off the coast of South Carolina. 18. Where was the first state to secede? Or what was the first state to secede? South Carolina. 19. How many border states were there in the Civil War? There were 5 states that were border states. 20. Why was it critical to keep the border states on the Union side? They had a lot of resources and transportation networks. 21. Who was the president of the Confederacy or Confederate States of America? Jefferson Davis. 22. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? It freed the slaves only in the Confederate States. 23. Why was the Emancipation Proclamation considered a political action by Lincoln? It did not really end slavery, but was a way for the North to change the meaning of the war. 24. Name the 2 turning points of the Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg was one, the Battle of Vicksburg was another. 25. What was General William Sherman famous for? His march to the sea from Atlanta to Savannah in Georgia. 26. Who was the final top Union military leader? General Ulysses Grant. 27. Who was always the top Confederate military leader? General Robert Lee. 28. Name 3 methods that the Union used for raising money during the war. Taxes, the income tax, tariffs, and banks. 29. What was significant about the 54th Massachusetts Regiment? It was an all-black group of Northern soldiers. 30. In order to maintain control over the border states, Lincoln took what controversial action? He suspended the right of habeas corpus, which requires that people, usually who are citizens, have the right to be told by police why they were being arrested. 31. What was the cause of the New York City draft riots? Conscription, or you could say forced military service. 32. Where did the Civil War come to an end? It came to an end with the surrender by the South to the North at Appomattox Courthouse. 33. Where was Lincoln assassinated and by whom? Ford's Theater and John Wilkes Booth. This concludes the Unit 6-7 section of the Final Exam Study Guide. Good luck!